Good morning, everyone. Welcome to GPS of physics classes. So, my name is Shekhar Reddy, senior physics faculty. So, today we are going to discuss about horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile. So, previously we were discussing about projectile motion is three types. One is oblique projectile. Second one is horizontal projectile. Next, third one is projectile motion on an inclined plane. So these are the different kinds of projectile motions. So already we were discussing about oblique projectile motion, the different conditions, and time of ascent, time of descent, range, maximum height. So trajectory equation, that is oblique projectile. Now we'll discuss about horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile means, so like consider a tower of height h. So simply a body throws horizontally from the tower. So the horizontally throws from the tower, the path is parabola. For example, the body dropped from height to reach the ground. So you projected upward to travel one direction motion. The body horizontally throws. Horizontal throws mean this is to move in two-dimensional motion along x direction and along y direction. So that means when a body is projected horizontally from the top of a tower, the path of the body is parabola relative to the ground. So once again, the body, or when a body is projected horizontally from the top of tower, the path of the body is parabola relative to the ground. So here horizontal velocity ux. So starting horizontally through certain velocity u, that means horizontal velocity ux is equal to. At the same time, here vertical initial velocity 0. So that body to travel along this path. At particular time, the body to reach the point P. So that is to travel along the horizontal direction, x distance. At the same time, vertical distance, y distance. So the body to reach this point P purpose requires certain time. The time T is equal to. So here acceleration horizontal direction 0, along vertical direction ay is equal to plus g. Gravity downward direction, always the body motion is also downward direction. So once again, when a body projected horizontally from the top of tower, the path of the body is parabola related to the ground. So the body throws horizontally from the tower of height h. So at the point of projection, horizontal velocity ux is equal to velocity of vertical velocity uy is equal to 0. The body to travel along this path is known as parabolic path. After a time t, the body to reach the point P and further to hit the ground. So during the time t to reach this point, horizontal distance x, vertical distance y. So during the time t, horizontal displacement will consider x. So that means here horizontal displacement sx is equal to x. Initial horizontal velocity ux is equal to how much? U. Horizontal acceleration 0. Time required to reach the point P. Point O to point P, how much time required? T time. This is T. Now, using kinematic equation, S is equal to ut plus of 80 square. Here, S what direction? Horizontal direction. That means S suffix x, your horizontal velocity ux and horizontal acceleration as. So Sx is equal to distance from tower to that point P x. Now ux is equal to initial velocity u into t plus of ax value 0 into t square. So that means remaining how much? X is equal to u into t. X is equal to u into t. This is known as horizontal distance traveled by the body to travel along parabolic path. X is equal to u into t. So from this equation, time calculated as x by u. Time calculated as x by u. That be equation 1. Equation 1. Next, at the same time, during the time t, vertical distance. Vertical distance, nothing but displacement. Vertical displacement y. Vertical displacement y. So if the body starts from point O, so initial vertical velocity at this point, uy is equal to 0. Acceleration, the body moves downward direction like g. Distance traveled, sy is equal to pi. Time required. So same thing from using the equation. Using the equation, S is equal to ut plus of 80 square. Where what is x? Yes, actually displacement. This is y direction, vertical direction. Sy, velocity uy, acceleration ay. Now substituting values, sy is equal to y, uy 0 into t. Ay value how much? G. T square. So therefore y is equal, this value becomes to 0 of gt square. So here vertical displacement how much? Of gt square, let it be equation 2. Let it be equation. So in this equation y is equal to of gt square. In equation 1 t is equal to x by u. So here t value x by u substituting the second equation. From equation 1, t value substitute in equation 2. So therefore y is equal of g. T value how much? X by u whole square. That means x square by u square. Let g by 2u square is equal to constant, where g constant and u also constant. So therefore y is equal to ax square. Y is equal to ax square. This equation shows parabolic equation. Therefore, the path of horizontal projectile is parabola. So the path of horizontal projectile is parabola. Now another concept. After a time t, velocity of projectile after time t means at point p. At point p, velocity of projectile. So at point p, what velocity is? One velocity, horizontal velocity, one velocity, vertical velocity. At point P, horizontal velocity remains constant. What is the reason? Along horizontal direction, acceleration 0. So throughout the path, horizontal velocity remains constant. Horizontal velocity is constant. Since Ax is equal to 0. So therefore, horizontal component, point P how much? Vx is equal to starting velocity u. Vx is equal to u. So here this velocity constant. Next to here vertical velocity, vertical final velocity Vy. Vertical velocity increases. So downward direction increases, downward direction, or increase in time. Vertical velocity increases with time. Where starting vertical velocity how much? That means initial vertical velocity Uy is equal to 0. Ay is equal. Let's see, time required to reach the point T. So here, what is final velocity? You're asking final velocity Vy is equal question mark at point P. From equation V is equal to U plus AT. Here V means Vy, Uy, Ay. Vy is equal, this term becomes to 0 starting velocity. Ay plus G T. That means Vy is equal Gt. So at point of projection, initial velocity 0, after time t, Vy Gt. that means increases. So this is horizontal velocity. At this point, horizontal velocity u and the vertical velocity vy is equal to gt. So now velocity in the plane, now that means net velocity. Now net velocity at point P. Net velocity. What is the net velocity? Here velocity is a vector in the two dimensions, x direction, y direction. That can be written as in vector form. V bar is equal Vxi Vyj. V bar is equal, where what is Vx? U. Ui. Vy is equal Gt. Gtj. So this is velocity at this point in vector form. Now magnitude form. Mod of V is equal to the root of Vx square plus Vy square. Therefore, V is equal. So what is the Vx? Vx is equal to U square. So Vy is equal to how much? Gt plus G square T square. G square T square. Okay, velocity of the horizontal projectile after a time t, how much? V is equal to under root of U square plus G square T square. Like this is in magnitude form. In vector form, V bar is equal to Vxi plus Vyj. So Vx is equal to U, Vy is equal to Gtj. So at the same point, if it is asking direction of velocity. So if it is asking direction of projectile after the time t or at point P. Direction of projectile at point P. So direction we can represent it in terms of tan. So that means you get an angle alpha. Tan alpha, tan theta, tan ratio opposite by adjacent. Opposite means Vy adjacent is equal to Vx. Vy by Vx. That means alpha is equal tan inverse of so therefore alpha is equal tan inverse of Vy value dt Vx is equal to. So this is direction of the projectile after a time t or a point p. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of dt by u, or alpha is equal to tan inverse of vertical velocity, vertical final velocity by horizontal final velocity. Where Vx is equal to u. So next point. Velocity of the projectile to reach the ground. Ground is maximum. Maximum. So how will this one be? At this point, horizontal velocity, horizontal velocity, horizontal final velocity, final velocity. So that means Vx is equal to U constant. So next vertical velocity. Vertical final velocity. So vertical final velocity means, so horizontal velocity remains constant. That means there is no need for other parameters. But vertical final velocity depends on some factors. Your starting velocity Uy0, the body moves downward direction, acceleration g, distance traveled s is equal to x, vertical distance sy is equal to x. To reach the ground, vertical final velocity. Now using equation v square minus u square is equal to 2x, where v square means vy square, uy square, 2ay sy. So here vy square only. So this term becomes to 0, uy 0. Noted out right? 2g sy is equal to x. That means vy is equal under root of 2gh. So vertical velocity under root of 2gh, horizontal velocity that is constant. So point P horizontal velocity only. So point B horizontal velocity only. At point P or vertical velocity gt. At point B to reach the ground, vertical velocity under root of 2gh. Net velocity at ground means that is at point B. So same thing here, net velocity v bar vxi plus vyj. V bar is equal to vxi u I, next to vy 2j. So like this is vector form. In magnitude form, now applied mod under root of u square. So under root of 2gh whole square. Root cancel, 2gh is there. So therefore v is equal, v net is equal u square plus 2gh. So this maximum velocity to reach the ground, maximum velocity how much? U square under root of u square plus 2gh. U square plus 2gh. Next, remaining parameters is the projected horizontally thrown with a certain velocity that are projected to travel along this path. This path means parabolic path. It is required certain time. The time is known as time of descent. What is the reason for descent? Top to bottom. Time of descent at the same time, the time of descent equal to time of flight. Time of flight. So if the projector is point P, the distance traveled horizontal distance only, not maximum. If the to hit the ground, the horizontal distance equal to maximum. That is known as range. Now we have calculated time of flight and range. time of flight. So time of flight, how can you define? The time taken by the projectile to travel along the parabolic path and hit the ground. The time taken by the projectile to travel along the parabolic path and hit the ground is known as time of flight. The time taken by the projectile to travel along the parabolic path and hit the ground. Here, time of flight calculation purpose, starting vertical velocity uy 0. So vertical distance traveled, the vertical distance sy is equal to x. The time required, capital T. Next, vertical acceleration g. Now using equation s is equal ut plus of at square. Here u uy a ay s sy. So where sy is equal to how much? 8. So this value 0. Capital T plus of a by g into t square. So h is equal to 0 into t, 0 of gt square. From this equation, gt square is equal to h. T square is equal to h by g. Therefore, t is equal under root of 2h by g. Okay, time of flight of horizontal projectile t is equal to under root of 2h by g. So, in the time of flight, independent of mass of the body, mass of the projectile, at the same time, independent of initial velocity. In this formula, velocity is option and the mass is also option. That means time of flight independent of velocity and the mass of the projectile. So you should remember time of flight is equal under root of 2h by g. So this is equal to here t is equal to td. TD means time of descent. So what is in case of vertical motion, we can define time of ascent and time of descent. So time of ascent means low to high, time of descent to high to low. So here time of descent equals to time of flight. At the same time of descent we can define the time taken by the projectile power and hit the ground. That is also time of descent or time of flight. Next, horizontal range. Horizontal range of the projectile. Horizontal range. So at point P, is read as the only horizontal distance if the point B. So further there is no horizontal distance. That means to reach the maximum value. That means we can define the maximum horizontal distance traveled by the projectile during the time of flight. Is called horizontal range. So you have mentioned during the time of flight, not time. So it is to reach the point B, time taken by the projectile, that is time of flight. So total time equal to time of flight. Where, so here consider horizontal, where you mean horizontal component, horizontally consider. So horizontally consider means your parameters consider horizontal velocity. Ux is equal to u. Next, horizontal acceleration Ax is equal to 0. So distance, horizontal distance x is equal to r. That means Sx is equal. So next time required, capital T. Time required, capital T. Now using equation S is equal to ut plus of at squared, where S mean horizontal direction Sx, ux, here ax. Where what is Sx? Sx consider range or ux u cos theta, here t value t plus of t square. So this total terms becomes to 0. So where range is equal to u into t, u into t. So that means horizontal velocity into time of flight. So u, where what is the time of flight? Under root of 2h by g. Since t is equal to h by g. So here range depends on velocity of the projectile. Depends on velocity of the projectile. So this is the range of horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile range. U into under root of 2h by g. Thanks for watching the video.